We're making homemade stage 1 baby food. Peaches, sweet potatoes, butternut squash, and apples. Let's get right into it. Today, guys, we are making baby food. And it's a lot of baby food. We'll see. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. We'll see what we'll get done today because all of it has to be boiled, peeled, put in containers. Hold on. And while I'm making the baby food, looks like Perry probably is making some chicken for us. What kind of chicken are you making?
Baked chicken.
Just baked chicken?
Yeah, I don't know what I season it with.
You don't know what you season it with?
Cajun lemon pepper, I guess.
Okay, Cajun lemon pepper.
Hey,
Hey.
Lil Joe.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with just cleaning everything off. I'm gonna start with the peaches. Hold on, take this with me. Peaches. We're gonna make some peaches for a little guy. He's gonna love the peaches. A little bit of salt. Everything's gonna get cleaned off with salt. We have 2 potatoes. So we're just gonna start with rinsing everything, put it in a separate container. It's really well too. We're gonna do that for all of our fruits. We have 2 potatoes here. It makes it easier to just throw them in like this. This is way too big for this, but it's okay. We're just rinsing off, very lightly rinsing this off. And like we're gonna cut this in half, and we're gonna bake this in the oven for the butternut squash. Rinsing everything out nice and easy like this. Perfect. I filled my big pot up. It's like my bean pot with 4 quarts of water. Hot. And that's going to be for the sweet potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and put the sweet potatoes on once that starts boiling. Let's start with cutting this up in half really quickly because this is going to go in the oven. The oven's already on, so that's perfect. That works perfect for us. Cover my knife a little bit because cutting this shit is I have a little bit of parchment paper because that's supposed to be healthy or whatever. Like not cooking your food on aluminum or some shit. It's supposed to be better to... Child, let me not hurt myself. Fucking hate cutting damn squash. And I'm cutting it terribly right now. Really, really hate cutting squash. And this one's slippery because it's wet. Shit, it's like cutting a pumpkin. What? All right. Child, my wrist is not set up for this. Oh, gosh. I should have my husband do this shit. We're almost there, mama. Come on, moms. We got mom strength. Mommy strength. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Look. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Veggies is fucking butternut squash. Okay. Ooh. Took all my mind and energy. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this in half for myself because last one took too long. It just took too long to cook. There's like so many, mom's purees that you can buy already for your child and stuff like that. That's really popular, like Little Spoon and stuff like that. But it's also very costly. It's very costly long term to depend on things like that. So for me, what works best for me, I realize, is when I'm going out and about and I just don't have baby like solids because my baby's 7 months and he's on solids, and I just prefer, and I've been doing it since 4 months. I've been doing his meal prep for since he's been 4 months. So it's been about 2 months I've been doing my baby meal prep, and it's been going really, really well. The only thing is, this is time consuming, but you only gotta do it once every 2 weeks. You don't gotta do it, especially if you do it like how I'm doing it, like a bunch at one time. You don't have to do it often. Even all the food I'm making today can last 3 weeks because come on, they're not like us. They don't have to eat all these different meals every day. He can eat butternut squash every day until he's able to actually chew real food. You know what I mean? That's my main thing, is like make what he likes and what works for his stomach. Like, I'll introduce him to some fruits here and there through pouches, like strawberries and blueberries. I'm not gonna be prepping no damn strawberries and blueberries all the time until he's older, when he can actually have it in a solid form. Yeah, just because I don't want to do that. And yeah, so this is done. We're just gonna rinse those seeds out now that we Got all that yucky stuff out of there. I have a glass dish because I think it's just gonna work better in the glass dish. Do what works best for you and your house. Obviously, this doesn't all fit, but it's okay. This is the first thing we're gonna put in the oven for maybe an hour and a half, and that's that. So put this in the oven. We are on to our sweet potatoes here, and I said I wasn't gonna shave these. I lied. I'm just gonna shave them really quickly. It's gonna take me maybe 5 minutes max to shave all this stuff. Just take your time. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna hold you. You know what? I lied. I'm not about to shave these because honestly, it's really easy to peel these, and this is just taking too long already. I lied. Let's just take these and put them inside of the container. We're gonna dump them. Just dump them. These peel really well by themselves. One fruit that I'm really excited for is the peaches. So let's start with them. Let's go ahead and peel these. I've never made my baby peaches before. Hopefully he likes them. I don't know what baby don't like peaches, but he's gonna love these. I'm super excited to be able to give him peaches and something healthy and sweet. This is probably, other than like bananas and apples, this is the first fruit I've made for him. Oh yeah, I made pears too. He loves pears, so he doesn't care for bananas. Isn't that crazy? What baby doesn't care for bananas? Maybe when he's older, he'll like, I think it's a consistency thing. Anyways. Oh, I forgot there's a core in the middle. I'm so funny. Okay, so how am I supposed to cut this shit? There's a core in the middle. And as I go, just like y'all, so hopefully I'm motivating y'all to, make your baby's stuff. So I'm just gonna cut it, I think. Real good. Man, I love fruit. I'm gonna have to save one of these for myself. But anyways, yeah, so I started doing this at 4 months, and honestly, y'all, like, I just was like, this is a lot of work, but it's like good work. It's like you're taking care of your child, so it doesn't feel like it's like a full-time job, or it's like, oh man, I have to do this thing that's so time consuming. No, you can do it when you put your baby down for the night. You can do it when you're meal prepping your meals. Like, this is all a part of the mommy life, and I just want to show y'all a part of it because it's like, this is what I do now. And then when the baby's old enough, I'm gonna be meal prepping his regular food, so it's gonna go from this to regular food. Mm. I feel like these are nectarines. I think about nectarines. I can't tell. I'm just being, I'm just out here being the best mommy I can be. Making my baby food and just enjoying it. One thing I will say, this is my first baby, so I don't know if everybody do this on their first baby, but I'm enjoying motherhood. I'm enjoying like the experience of doing all this stuff. Like at first I was complaining. I told myself, you can't be a complaining mom. You gotta like embrace this new lifestyle and embrace it with beauty and grace and just gratitude, because I'm never gonna have this opportunity again to like be a first time mom. And I mean, I don't know about having another baby, but it goes by so fast, like they say, So I just want to really cherish this time with him and my husband, and just like, us as a family. And so it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see, and I'm grateful that I get to experience this opportunity, and God has given me this grace. I have the peaches slash nectarines or whatever the heck I bought on the stove already cooking. I'm only gonna let that cook for 10-15 minutes max, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the apples. They don't need a long time to boil, just 15 minutes max. Otherwise, they start to like go bad. So yeah, the sweet potatoes are gonna take like 40 minutes. So yeah, that takes time. Butternut squash takes time, but the fruit's super easy. We're gonna blend those first. Really quickly, I wanted to show you all of the Tupperware, I guess you would call it, or like the my system, my baby making food system. We have the NutriBullet. This was gifted. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to my girl. She gifted us this dope set. This is necessary. We do have a blender, but it doesn't get as fine as baby food. So make sure you have one of these. Like, it doesn't have to be this brand, but it does have to be something that's for baby food, because otherwise it's going to be too big, especially if you're starting your little off with starting your little off as early as I did, which was 4 months. Some parents do 3. I think the recommended earliest age is 4, but every mama does something different. Do what you feel is best. And so I tried to use my Ninja one day. It did not chop it as finely, and I was having to put everything back inside the NutriBullet. And yeah, was not happy about that. So let's start off. We got these pears, or not pears, whatever this is, tangerines, peaches. I think these are peaches. These are kind of big, so I'm gonna add a little bit. You can add water, you can add formula to anything, by the way. If you feel like your baby isn't getting enough nutrients, you can add formula to it. I just add water. And I'm gonna be using baby Pure Life water. I do not use the faucet water. This is just old school type stuff, so I use this water here. And I just pour enough in there. Sometimes you don't need water, but just a little bit to kind of blend it up so it's container. I'm probably going to use some of these big ones. I like to fill at least 2 to 3 of these, because these are the ones that kind of go in the fridge first. And I have my freezer ones in the back. These are like the ones I use for the freezer. So, I mean, any of these goes in the freezer, to be honest. If I'm being quite frank, any of these can go. So just pour enough. I'm going to do 2, 3. Since we're going to be doing 3 days, since this is something new, it's really best to start them off 3 days in a row to see how they are and see how he reacts to the new food that I add. And we're just going to do this for every day. So this is how everything turned out. I'm going to cover these with aluminum and put those in the freezer. Most of the stuff is going to go in the freezer. We do freeze everything and then take 1 serving or 2 servings, depending on how many servings we want out for the day. And maybe for the next 3 days, we'll take out enough. But everything ultimately stays frozen. And we try to keep these little ones in the fridge. And these are like multiple servings in one. We ran out of. This is all the sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes took over. And we still have butternut squash. It took a little long to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape this out and put it in one of these little tins. And I'm going to have to go to the store and grab some more of these little ice trays to put it to, like, you know, put it in. But until then, this can honestly just get frozen, and then we'll take it out as we need it. That's the beauty of meal prep, is that you can freeze and then take out what you need when it's time. This is ultimately everything. Yeah. Beautiful, right? Isn't it beautiful, y'all? Like, you just feel so accomplished. I don't always do this all at one time. Sometimes I may make just 2 things at a time, but I don't know. I just was feeling a little overzealous today. Like I was saying, I was feeling a little overzealous, and now my hair looks crazy. So yeah, I splitted my hair out just by cooking all this baby food. So if y'all like more videos like this, let me know. More family style meal prep, things like that. I can make more meal prep because we meal prep weekly. So yeah. I'm tired. Mama's been working, but yeah, have a great rest of your day and subscribe and share this video.